It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Fields on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. That's swung out wide to Harris. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Second and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Wilson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off play action, Fields. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
Rolling to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He's got his target, Harris. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play that time for Cleveland. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 7 yards the pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play action. It's Fields. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 17, Fields. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Etienne. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. from the gun. He'll hand this off. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. To throw is Fields. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Justin Fields, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together...
It is, he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football, and it's picked up by the Steelers, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far there.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Browns drive about to get started. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On second and a long way to go. Fields. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. On play action, Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete. And, Charles, this defense may be excited, you'd have to think, at the prospect of facing a team working on a 3-game losing streak.
But their head coach, he really kind of poured water on that in his weekly press conference, and I would say the water was cold there, partner. He told everybody, listen, everybody's a threat. We can't take our eyes off the prize for 1 minute in this league. And I know everyone watching him say it, they may not have believed it, but no one challenged him.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Chark.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give to Harris.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the give, this is Harris.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Zach Davidson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
To the air again, Fields. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Fields. He's going to air one out. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Fields throwing again. Buying time to his left. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Wilson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Browns 17. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pass incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Just keeping the play alive. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He sets to fire deep. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time for Cleveland. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Off play action, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Silver.
Here's Fields.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, it's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll run again with Harris. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Steelers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. He finds his man complete. It's Fox. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air, 35 yards. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Pittsburgh, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another